Have you ever noticed how sometimes random events seem to cluster together, forming patterns where none should exist? This is what we call the clustering illusion. It's a cognitive bias where we, as humans, tend to see patterns in what is essentially random data. It's almost as if our brains are hardwired to seek out patterns, even when they're not there. This predisposition has served us well throughout our evolutionary history, helping us predict dangers and opportunities. But in the modern world, it can lead us down some interesting, if not entirely accurate paths. Take a coin toss, for instance. Heads or tails, each toss is an independent event with equal probability. Yet if we toss a coin multiple times and get a streak of heads, we might start to believe that tails is due. This, my friends, is the clustering illusion in action. So, when we think we're seeing patterns, are we just falling prey to our own biases? Understanding the clustering illusion requires a dive into the fascinating field of probability theory. This realm of mathematics helps us make sense of randomness, and one of its key insights is that random data will inevitably have clusters or streaks. Imagine tossing a coin 100 times. The outcomes, heads or tails, are random, but that doesn't mean you'll strictly alternate between the two. You might get 3 heads in a row, then 2 tails, then another head, and so on. These clusters or streaks are an inherent part of randomness, a natural outcome of the process. Now let's introduce you to a common misconception called the gambler's fallacy. It's the belief that if something happens more frequently than normal during a certain period, it will happen less frequently in the future. For instance, if a gambler at a roulette table sees red come up 6 times in a row, they might bet big on black, believing it's due to come up next. However, this is a fallacy because each spin of the roulette wheel is an independent event. The odds of it landing on red or black are the same every time, regardless of what's happened before. The previous streak of reds doesn't make a black more likely on the next spin. This fallacy is a manifestation of the clustering illusion, the tendency to see patterns in random sequences. We see a cluster, in this case a streak of reds, and we expect that the randomness will even out by producing more blacks. But randomness doesn't work like that. It doesn't have a memory or a sense of fairness. It just carries on, heedless of what's come before. So here's the crux of the matter. When we're dealing with random events, clusters are not only possible, they're expected. We need to resist our instinct to see patterns where none exist. Remember, randomness doesn't mean evenly distributed, and seeing clusters doesn't always mean there's a pattern. Now that we've uncovered the truth behind the clustering illusion, let's contemplate its implications in our daily lives. The clustering illusion has a profound influence on our decision-making in an array of fields. In finance, for instance, investors may perceive patterns in stock market data and make ill-judged investments based on these perceived clusters. Sports enthusiasts, too, may wrongly predict the outcome of games based on a series of random events they perceive to be a pattern. Even in the medical field, doctors might incorrectly diagnose a patient if they fall victim to the clustering illusion in their interpretation of test results. Understanding this cognitive bias is key to avoiding irrational decisions based on perceived patterns in random data. Awareness of the clustering illusion allows us to question our instinctive interpretations and make more reasoned judgments. As we navigate through life, it's crucial to recognize when our minds might be playing tricks on us. In this journey of randomness and illusion, we've unraveled some interesting aspects of human cognition. We've delved into the enigmatic world of the clustering illusion, a cognitive bias where we perceive patterns in random data, and explored its underpinnings in probability theory. Remember, the clustering illusion is a product of our inherent inclination to find order, even where it doesn't exist. We've also examined the implications of this illusion, how it impacts our decision-making, and the role it plays in various fields, from finance to forensic science. It's a fascinating insight into the quirks of the human mind, isn't it? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences related to the clustering illusion. Have you ever found yourself seeing patterns that weren't really there? Do share in the comments. Next time you spot a pattern, question it. Is it real, or is it just the clustering illusion at work? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, keep questioning the world around you.